Welcome to Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again. Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again. As always, my name is Taufik, and if this is your first time tuning in, Power Monday is ERA's original podcast where we bring in the best of the best in the industry to share their real life journeys, the strategies that kept them through, and the best practices for success. So if you guys are looking for your weekly dose of motivation and inspiration, we're here for you every Monday, 10 a.m. And you can also catch us on Spotify as well as YouTube. Now, here today in our Power Monday studio is a seasoned leader with over 27 years of experience in real estate and international partnerships. Holding a Bachelor of Arts in Business Management from Kingston University, he has also earned certifications from Cambridge, ICF and WSQ, reinforcing his expertise in training and coaching. Now, he's a senior consultant here at ERA, and he continues to empower agents with his wealth of knowledge and strategic vision. So please join me in welcoming into the Power Monday studio, Simon.
Hi everybody, thank you, and morning Taufik.
Thank you so much, because this is the very first time we're actually meeting. I don't have any background of you, so I would like to take this opportunity to get to know you.
Sure.
So here we mentioned about training and coaching, right? So how long have you been training and coaching?
Oh, actually I started training journey starting all the way back from 2007. I used to be a bowling coach.
Oh, sorry, what coach?
Bowling
coach?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I think some years ago, due to my work, I decided to retire from my bowling coaching.
Okay.
So during that time, not only doing bowling coaching, I also a mental skill trainer as well.
Mental skills
because
trainer.
you know all these students, they need mental skill when they
Yeah.
bowl, and then especially when they go into a competition.
So how that shifted your trajectory into?
Oh, actually, someone inspired me to become trainer, and the way how they nurture and impart their skill and knowledge to the student impressed me a lot. So I wanted to be someone like him, and that's why I took up all the coaching program, clinic, lesson, courses to empower myself to be someone that can enhance onto training journey so that I can nurture and impart my skill to students as well.
Very nice. So being a bowling coach, was that your very first job?
Yes.
So that is right after you got your bachelor's?
Oh, no. When I say my first job in bowling, mean that it is my first job that I was in the sport industry.
Oh, okay.
Before that, I was a businessman since the age of 22.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a very... Okay,
Yeah.
what am I doing with my life? Okay. It's not about me now. Okay, so someone inspired or someone said that you should be a coach. So what other thought process comes into when that friend of yours or that colleague of yours told you that you should be a coach?
I think he sees some leadership quality in me.
Okay, I can sense that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is very important when we are doing training or coaching. I think no matter how, you still need certain level of leadership quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what inspired you then to have to step into a leadership role in the real estate industry?
Okay, I think let's say we want to talk about leadership role. I think I had to go all the way back to 1990 or 1991, I can't remember.
I love a history lesson.
Yeah. I think the year that I started to start my own business.
Okay.
When I was 22 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, because while working for some people after my NS, I find that it's a big different environment, and a lot of things that what I think of can be done in a different manner, in a different way.
Correct.
That's why people always say that think out of the box.
Think out the box, yeah.
Yeah. So I decided to start my own business as an interior designer.
Interior designer?
Yes,
wow.
as an age of 22.
Wow.
So from there, I spin off from where I was and develop into many other businesses as well.
Correct. Okay.
So before I step into property.
At that young age, at 22, what was the mindset like for you when you started?
Wow.
I'm very interested.
The mindset is just that I just want to do something not only for myself, but for those who trust in me. So especially my client. So because they hand over their properties to me to renovate and design, definitely there is a certain trust level. So I want to make sure that I meet the objective and also to fulfill what they want for their home. Because even though a person that bought a properties, which is spend a lot of money. And the second item they're going to spend a lot of money will be the renovation. So I want to make sure that they have a good home from my hand over to them.
Wow, very nice. So starting your own business from 32 and then all the way to where you are now today, can you share a bit about what was your biggest obstacle that made you that inspire you to inspire others?
I think the biggest obstacle for one person to become an entrepreneur is always the connections.
Okay.
I think, let's say without connections, you can't go too far.
Okay.
And with the correct connections, you're able to open up your territory.
Understand.
Yes.
Wow, very deep.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you take time and over the years to develop that kind of relationship.
And then from the way you speak, I can really sense that you're quite a very, I wouldn't say how do I say this? Like you're very sure of yourself. You're very sure of your goals. So was this the type of person you were at 22 when you started your business?
No. I think at that time, I'm a young chap, just want to do things that always come into my mind. If I make sense about it, I'll just go for it.
Wow.
I mean, in a way, I also been cheated sometimes because I'm young and some experienced person will see me as a young chap without experience. Let's do some business. I got cheated a few times, and that few times actually become a life lesson to me.
Correct.
So to remind myself not to commit to certain things and also to remind myself not to do the same thing to others as well. It is very important because it's a quality and it's a value and it's a virtue.
Yeah, understand. Okay, coming to real estate, maybe from your perspective, can you just share with us a bit about how the business of real estate have evolved over your course in the industry?
Wow, okay. So I was doing interior designing business. I already into property agency business as well. So during that time, I think the property agency business, or we call it agency work, is very different from today.
Okay.
So in those days, in the 90s, a lot of things we had to depend on very traditional things like newspaper, magazine,
correct,
and flyers, connections. That time we don't even have a handphone, or maybe a handphone just started not long. And we used to have a lot of communication through pager. I do not know whether you guys heard about pager or not.
I heard about it. Haven't had one.
So it is quite something very different from today. So today we can see that the communication platform has evolved.
Correct.
And it gets things easy for everyone to communicate with one another. So of course, this is only the tools. But if you talk about the property environment, definitely it changed a lot as well. From how people think about properties, the way how they look at investment portfolio, and the way the buy-sell rent process is totally different from today. Yeah.
So throughout your experience, what are some of the key qualities that you have learned to become a successful leader?
I think to become a good leader, it's not about the ranking, it's not about the position, and it's just the duty that you are upholding to it, and also the mindset. And we will talk about leadership quality. I think the person himself need to take risks. Need to take risks, and take risks not only for yourself, but take risks for others that you are accountable for. Because when you are leading a team, definitely you must be the one to come forward and leading them, be the first one to take risks and show them what's going on and what will be the result. So not only that, I think as a leader, you still need to be very competent enough in a way that always go for continuous learning. And this is very important. For me, at this age, I'm still learning. If you ask me, am I a IT idiot? I wouldn't say I'm an IT idiot, but I'm a quite IT savvy person.
So would you believe, because some people say as a leader, you need to build like a very strong wall that is unbreakable. And when we say about a wall, we talk about what others' opinions, how it affects you, your working relationships with the people around you. So as a leader, what would your advice be for other leaders who feels like they cannot shield from all these negative influences?
I mean, as a leader for many years, since the time I started my own company, I'm also already leading a small team in my company. So over the years, until now, I think about 30 over years. So every year, every time I learn. If you ask me, do I make any mistake? Yes, of course, I made a lot of mistakes. But am I being affected by all these mistakes? My answer to it is not. I will take all these mistakes as a lesson learned.
Okay.
And I have to reflect on myself. Why people are unhappy with me, why people like me, and why people disagree with me. So I got to reflect on myself. So as a leader, I think over the years, we learn a lot of things. And I think the most important thing that we want to always remind ourselves is that when a leader leads the team, we have to ask ourselves, what lead the leaders? So it's the vision. The vision lead the leader lead the man. So if you have a very clear direction and vision, your people, your member will have a direction as well.
Yeah.
So this is very important.
I'm very curious to know what inspired you. Like who are your key inspirations? Like who do you look up to? No, really.
I mean, many people say that leaders can be trained, and leaders can also be born. It all depends. I think everyone born to be a leader, but after that, you really have to learn a lot of lessons, a lot of things to make sure that you equip with all this, empower yourself with a lot of leadership qualities and value.
Yeah. You previously mentioned about risk-taking, and not just risk-taking for yourself, but for others as well.
Yes.
That takes a lot of bravery and courage. So is that something that as for someone who's starting out as a leader, if they really feel discouraged, how would you advise them to break that?
Okay, I think the most important thing that for one person who wanted to be a leader, you have to be very clear-minded.
Okay.
When you want to be a leader, is it for yourself or for the others? Is it because you want to lead people so that you benefit you? Or do you want to lead people so that we can help others? It's a very different things. So you will see many kind of leadership in this world. Some just because I want to win, I want to do something for myself, that's why I lead a team. And some say that, hey, I want to help these people to achieve certain things, so I come in to supply them with all the knowledge and skill to help them to overcome all kind of obstacles.
Correct.
And we will grow together. So the mindset and agenda have to be very clear before you decided what you want.
How about your circle of the people that you surround yourself with?
Okay, very simple. Always surround yourself with all the positive people. Negative one, just cut it off.
Even if family members?
I mean, family is a different group. I think depending on when you say family member is your immediate family member, your children, your wife, your spouse. This is a different group. That one, I think, if we take it into a next level of we call it a home leadership. It's different.
Okay. Okay. So let's not get into
because the role of a father, the role of a husband is totally different as a role of a leader in the corporate world.
Because I do, not that I know some people like you see it a lot in the movies, like when someone wants to go to reach their peak of being a leadership, then they are very adamant and they are very determined that they don't care who they cut off, even if they are family members. So I just want to get from your perspective as a strong leader, does it really need to end up until like that?
I think before answer that question, I think we all know who is Simon Sinek. It's not me, I'm Simon Yeo, Simon Sinek. So Simon Sinek ever mentioned this thing called why. So before we do anything, we need to know the reason why we are doing this. Once we are very clear that why we want to do this, then we need to ask ourselves, what am I supposed to do in order to get myself into the why? So once you know the reason or what to do, then you will know to find out how to do it. So this is the golden rule of a leadership. Why do we want to do that? In the first place, why do you want to be a leader?
It's the very first question. Anyone who wants to be a leader.
And because a lot of people say that, I want to be a leader because I can achieve this, I can achieve that. I see these people achieve this certain thing because he's a leader, I also want the same thing. And you think along that direction, that means something is wrong because you are not trying to get what you want and be clear-minded, but you are just following someone who achieves certain things in order to get something that you have been desiring, wanting to do it for quite some time. So it's different things. So
previously you also talk about self-reflection, how is it very important. So when you talk about understanding the why, learning why you want to be a leader, as a self-reflection strategy or technique, should that be every leader's practice to ask at every stage of their career? When they reach a certain point, then they re-ask themselves, why am I a leader?
Okay, maybe I give you two different kind of persona.
Okay.
So that I think the audience will be able to relate even better.
Okay.
These two persona is that one is very good in doing work. That means he's very competent. And the other one is not competent, not that competent, but he has a very high EQ.
Okay.
And we all know that those people who are very competent in doing something, they are always the chongster. You all may use the word called chongster, right? So the chongs, and the person who chong always offended many people around them because they are the doer, they know what is going on, they know what to do, and they can foresee the outcome and the result. So by doing that, their attitude or maybe their behavior or reactions may offend or upset some people. Whereas the other person is not that competent, but with a high EQ, they can get things done easily. So you ask me, these two persons who will be successful easily? The person with high EQ. Even though they are not competent, but they can get the competent ones to do things for them. So you ask me, yes, I used to be the first one. I used to be a doer, and I offended many people over the years.
Yeah.
And today you ask me, do I want to go back to my old self? No. That's why when we talk about reflections, is that we need to reflect and ask ourselves, what have we done? Do we want to have a bad relationship? Is there any way or any solution that can help me to do better? Not only to get things done, but also to get our relationship better. I think if we can do that, we have a best of both worlds.
Correct.
We get things done and we also maintain a good relationship with many people. So based on my own experience, yes, I offended many people in the past, but now I'll try to not to do this again. So in order to get things done, we try to be more collaborative than competitive.
Okay, so maybe from your perspective as a leader, you share a bit about collaborative and partnerships. How does that help you to evolve?
Let's say you have a healthy collaborative or collaboration. I think it helped you a lot. Yeah. So my last collaboration was with the M&D, Ministry of National Development.
Yeah.
So when I was in my previous technology company, I have a collaboration with have a chance to collaborate with M&D. So we create a crisis portal. So we have a lot of discussion, and of course we have to respect and also to accept ideas from one another as well.
Yeah.
Even though yes, we are more expert in the area, but due to my past experience, I had to take things slow and patient to listen to others as well, so that we can see what we can put in onto the table and discuss and create much more better things for the nation. And so through my experience, yes, I learned how to be more collaborative and how to listen, pay more attention, and how to solve problems. That is the main. It's not about I must win, you must listen to me, I'm more expert than you, you have to listen to me. No, it's not that. It's all about collaboration and listen to one another, and so that we can get things done easily.
Wow. Okay, so because currently I'm studying also part-time, right?
Okay.
So you just hit a seminar that I just attended. So we learned that there are 3 types of how leadership make decisions. So number 1, okay, let's say all these 3 leaders have their own group, their own team. So there's one type of leader who would have a solution. They don't discuss with the team. He decides himself. The second type is he discusses with the team. Then he takes the pros and cons and he decides himself. The third type is he discusses with the team, but he don't decide. He let other people, the majority vote, decide for them. So is this a matter of which one is the best, or there is a situation to where each type would fit?
I would say which one will be the best or which one comes first. I would say it will be a mixture. Depending on the situation and depending on the level of difficulty and then depending on the project type. Because certain things you can make decision yourself. You don't have to always consult people. Hey, do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? Then you are wasting time of all everybody.
Yeah, I understand.
But there are certain times that we need to consult everyone to have a collective decision making.
Okay.
Because it is important. Yeah, then we have to make decision maybe by voting. Because we know that there are certain things that some may agree, some may disagree.
Correct.
Then we have to go into collective decision.
Yeah.
Something which is Another thing is it could be very important, and you as a leader, you have to make a critical decision. Of course, you need to listen to everyone so that you have a clear mind what's happening, and you can make an informed decision at the end of the day. So it's a mixture.
But it takes someone to really trust their expertise and their team to actually decide, because I feel like for someone, let's put yourself back when you just started, right? When you had to make your first decision by yourself, was it difficult for you? Like without
Not
consulting?
really difficult, because first thing first, it all boils down to how clear-minded you are.
Okay.
For example, let's say I started my interior design company with my partner. Okay.
Yeah.
I will not go and ask my partner, what kind of chair should we buy? What kind of table should we buy?
Okay.
No, we won't go into that. That means that we will appoint one person that we trust. You can settle all the furniture. I leave all the decision to you. You can make all the decision. So we are being empowered to make some decision.
Correct.
So when the team appointed this leader, in a way, they are also entrusted to the person to make certain decision as well. Because at the end of the day, a leader should not be making more decision.
Oh.
Yes. If they say a leader should have to make a lot of decision in a day, something is wrong.
Okay.
Besides work, just ask yourself one question. How many decisions that you need to make in a day? What are the things I need to eat? What are the things I need to drink? Who should I call?
Yeah.
Which one do first? I think in the day easy, you can make 20, 30, 40 tasks.
Yeah.
So let's say we still need to make those nitty-gritty things to make a decision on those nitty-gritty things, then something is wrong. We, as a leader, we should make less decision. We should spend our time on thinking.
Okay, and then trusting the correct people to make the decisions for you.
Yeah, it's actually everything you need to come to me for a decision, then something is wrong.
Okay.
I got no time for other things.
That's a new perspective for me. Okay, Lev, how would you advise those who those who want to transition from sales and then into leadership? Like, what is the mindset shift that needs to change besides being clear-minded?
Okay, I think I back to Simon Sinek model.
Okay.
You have to ask yourself why first.
Okay.
Why do you want to change from sales to leadership? Why? Is it because you find that more challenging, more fun, more income? Is it true? Then you really have to go and weigh whether which one is really suitable for you. Because some people may not be suitable at that moment of time to be a leadership yet.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah. So they really have to ask themselves why. Why do you want to transit over from sales to leadership?
Yeah. So is it more like a gut feeling, like when you feel like I'm ready to become a leader, or it's more than a gut feeling?
I think gut feeling is only a gauge to help you to make certain decision. But I think most important thing is that you really have to think through why you want to transit from sales to leadership. Because we all know if you do a very good sales, I think definitely it will give you a better income. And if you want to become a leader, that means you've got to spend a lot of time with many people. Yep. And you may have less time for your sales. So you have to see why. Why do you want to transit over to leadership?
And then when you lead the people around you, would you say that you should have lesser time for yourself, or in fact you should have more time for yourself?
That depends on how your time management.
So it doesn't, like, if you're a good leader, like, some quotes, if you're a good leader, you have more time to yourself. If you're a bad leader, then
I think everyone only got 24 hours. We also need to cater some time for yourself, for your family. I think it's all about time management.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe you want to share a bit about one challenge leading a team that is most pivotal in your career.
If you talk about challenge,
how you overcome it. Yeah.
Is to manage yourself.
Okay.
Because when you are leading a team, definitely there will be a lot of mouth, a lot of opinions, suggestion, feedback, and some of the suggestion or some of the idea, opinion may not be according to what you want, and some could be very harsh when they talk to you. Then it's not about managing others, it's about managing yourself. Because I always tell people that there's no way that I can manage anyone.
Okay.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Can you manage your parents? You can't.
No. Very difficult.
No one can, even my wife, I can't manage my wife so.
I also very scared to say that I can manage my
You cannot manage them because you do not know what they think.
Yeah.
You do not know how they feel. Okay, but what is the thing that we always want to manage is the agreement.
Oh, okay.
Yes, let's say me and my wife, we talk about children issues and we decided on certain thing and we decided to do A. Then we had to make sure that both of us manage A. And because the A is an agreement. So same thing goes to us as a leader. I lead a team. When I talk to my team, I say, this is the thing I want you to do. So this is an agreement. Then when I deal with my agent, I am dealing and handling them and also manage them because of the agreement. It's not the person.
Okay.
It's the agreement that we can manage. At the same time, we also need to manage myself, our emotion, our attitude, our behavior, our characters. Characters cannot, behaviors. Okay. So when people say something that not so pleasing to your ear, you need to manage your emotion. There's no way that you can manage others to listen to you or do whatever you want. So I always tell many leaders that in order to resolve issue is to maintain a good relationship. When you get a relationship into a bad shape of sour, it is not easy for you to resolve issue anymore. Because I don't disagree with you, I'm not happy with you, what must I listen to you?
Yeah,
that's a problem. But let's say we have a good relationship, then definitely okay lah. Let's see how we can come with a common ground and solve the problems.
Then it's definitely easier.
Yeah. That's why I say it's about management.
So,
self-management.
Yeah. So when you take time to manage yourself and regulate your emotions when sometimes it gets overwhelming, right? Do you have ever had occurrence where you really have been overwhelming for you that you need a break, but then your teammates are like, teammates that don't give you a chance to breathe because you're the leader and they expect you to.
No, I think it is very, very, very straightforward. I say that I need some time to breathe. I need some time to think about it. I'll come back to you. They can't force you to do anything that you don't like.
But they can just say lah. But
yes,
that
they can
doesn't
say
mean you
sorry.
have to.
I have to
Okay.
move out. I mean, you have a right. You are still a human.
Yeah.
So you say sorry. I won't answer you anything from now. Let me think about it. I'll come back to you. I need time to think because I do not want to overpromise, and I also do not want to say things that I can't deliver.
So you shouldn't put the people's pressure on yourself.
So I always tell my agent or my leaders in the past that always slow to respond. Slow to respond, don't react too fast. Slow to respond. Think first. If you think that something that you need to ponder about, take time. Take time. But in a nice way lah.
Not take too long also, right?
Yeah, of course. But you really say you need longer time, then you're going to tell them, let me come back to it in a certain time, or maybe let me get back to you in 3 days' time. So they won't expect you to get back to them immediately. So when you tell them, let me have 3 days to think about it, I'll get back to you by this day.
Okay. What's one piece of advice you'd give to real estate professionals today who wants to take that first step?
I think everyone who wanted to come into real estate industry, they always say that real estate industry is a place whereby I can achieve financial freedom. It is the thing I always hear. Okay?
Same.
And nothing wrong with that. To me, I'm also the same. When I come into real estate, I want to achieve financial freedom. But a lot of people, when they came into this industry, they lost focus. Initially, they know what they want to do. But the moment they enter into this industry, they lost. Why? Very good reason. Because there are multiple income opportunity in this industry. That's why they are lost.
You mean they are chasing too many things?
Yes, there are many things they want. There are many things they can do to increase their income. But I think the most important thing is that when you have decided what you want to do, you really have to spend time. I want to say focus. Spend more effort on one thing that you wanted to do.
Okay.
And once you succeed that, then you move on to another opportunities. But there are also people that they like to try on different opportunity.
Correct.
Depending on their bandwidth and also their capacity. Whether are they able to spend so much effort on different things at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think the most important thing is that to spend more effort on one thing that you are doing right now. Because over the years, from my experience as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, the moment you spend time, the right things, do the right thing the right way, definitely you will see result and outcome at the end of the day. Don't give up because you are only left with only 1 feet to reach the goal. So sometimes they dig, I can't find a goal. I move to another location, I move to another spot. But another 1 feet, you will try go. So the story tells us that you must spend more effort and more quality efforts on doing one thing.
Yeah, and patience. Because if it's meant for you, it's meant for you.
Yes, you're right, patient.
Yeah, but what would you say be that factor that if it's not meant for you, what would be that? How do I say this? Like, how would you know that something is not meant for you?
I think we have to ask ourselves why. Let's say, for example, me. Let's say I want to transit over from sales to leadership. I'll ask myself why. If my reason to the answer to myself, or because I want to be like that person, then don't. Because you will never be another Simon Yeo. Never. Let's say you say, I want to achieve financial freedom. Then you got to weigh which one will give you more financial freedom. Is it leadership or sales? You need to do all your calculation, your research, your homework. The moment you know that, in fact, sales can give me more time, more opportunity to be financial freedom, then why am I looking at leadership?
Correct.
And let's say you say that, I have earned enough. Now it's time for me to give back to the industry as a leader, to nurture, to groom more people to be like me. Then you should go. That's why I say you have to ask yourself why.
It's very important. Some people are very afraid, or not afraid lah, they're very lazy, I would say, to ask why. They just want to do and then...
Maybe lazy, and I would say that some people, they try to avoid.
Yeah. Okay, that's a better word. They try to avoid
the question, asking themselves why.
Yeah, because they only see...
They want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be that. Especially when they see someone drive a supercar. I also want. I also want. But you got to see what the progress and the process they've gone through the person.
And your core is very important also. Your starting core of the why, like you said. Okay. So before we end off this episode, do you have any words of advice to our ERA teammates? Maybe a quote that you have read, a quote that you have learned throughout your...
Okay, I just came on board about a month plus. So after spending about a month to try to discover more things in ERA, I would say that ERA given a very good platform. In fact, they are given a lot of multiple income opportunities. You just need to talk to your leaders, talk to the management, based on your own quality. How are you able to contribute to the company first, then yourself? So if I want to give advice to all the teammates in ERA is stay focused. Put essential attention and effort to the things that you are doing right now. Yeah, anything, always discuss with your leaders to find a better way to do things better.
Very nice. Okay, so you say you just started 1 month, but by the time this episode airs, it's not going to be 1 month lah. So just future reference, it's not when the time you watch this, he's not 1 month, he's already a long time.
Okay.
Okay, so Simon, thank you so much for joining. I really had fun talking to you. And thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Power Monday. Now, Simon's journey reminds us that real estate is more than just transactions. It's about leadership, vision, and adaptability in a fast-changing landscape. And remember to always ask why.
Yes,
it's very
important.
Yeah, so we hope this episode has inspired you to explore new tools and ideas for your own work and your own aspirations. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Stay curious, stay innovative. Here's to embracing challenges, and stay tuned for more empowering episodes as we continue to rise by raising others. Remember, your Mondays will never have to be blue again. It's been Simon and Taufik. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Power Monday, where your Mondays will never be blue again.